Carolina. Here to do, as we always do, to prophesy the downfall of America. All brothers spoke beautifully in prophecy today. And all honor and praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashun, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. So I'm going to carry on with the lesson. My topic for today is your pastor is a hustler. So we're going to go into the scriptures and prove that the pastors, black pastors, white pastors, all the pastors who call themselves reverends, doctors, ministers, they all a bunch of hustlers, man. And we're going to prove it to you. Because their whole objective, mainly speaking, of the so-called Israelite pastors, the T.D. Jakes, the Creflo Augustus Dollar Jr.'s, Jamal Bryant's, the Juanita Bynums, you know, all of the so-called mega church pastors, and even your local pastors amongst the congregation and in the communities, they all a bunch of charlatans. And we're going to prove it coming right out the Bible. So Brother Karab, if you will, call out the first scriptures. The topic for today is your pastor is a hustler. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 15. The ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail.
See, the scriptures is letting you know that your so-called pastor, your so-called minister, your so-called reverend is a damn liar, because they don't teach the truth in the Christian church. They don't teach the truth in the Roman Catholicism church. They don't teach the truth in Southern Baptist church. All of them a bunch of liars according to the Bible. Call it out, read it again.
It's Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 15. The ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies.
And the prophet that teaches lies, talking about them wicked pastors who's sitting up there in the heads of all the churches here in America and abroad. Go ahead.
And the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. For the leaders of this people cause them to err.
So the scripture says the leaders of this people cause them to err. So the people that you look up to, the Creflo Augustus Dollar Jr.'s, Jamal Bryant, all of these charlatans who are feeding you with lies. They're not telling you the truth that America is on its way out. They're not telling you that we're heading for the third world's war here in America. They're not telling you that there's a famine coming to here in America. Pestilence coming to here in America, speaking of in the Bible. Go ahead.
For the leaders of this people,
Creflo Augustus Dollar Jr., Reverend Al Sharpton, Minister Louis Farrakhan, go ahead.
For the leaders of this people,
the so-called leaders of this people, go ahead.
Cause them to err.
Cause them to err. They cause you people to go off. You don't know that you're Israelite. You don't know your tribes. Why? Because your local pastor, your Baptist minister don't tell you the truth that you're Israelites from the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. That's who the Most High is coming to redeem in these last days. But they don't tell you that. They tell you Afro-Americans. They tell you Cubans. They tell you Puerto Ricans, West Indians. They don't tell you those things. They telling you lies. Because why? It's all a game. It's all a sham. The Christian church was set up to keep you down and to keep you deceived from what's really going on in this earth. Why do you think the pastors make so much money? They're supposed to be uplifting and helping people in the community. But what do? They pocket the money that they get from you. People who work hard every day. They take the money and keep it for themselves. Won't even let you in the church houses during the time of their calamities. When COVID hit, they didn't open up the churches to let people in. But yet these people amass millions and millions of dollars teaching lies. Go ahead.
For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
So the people, that's why our communities are destroyed, because they follow after the charlatans in the Christian church. The charlatans in the Baptist church. The so-called Muslim leader. All those fake religions that they put on our people. That keep us away from returning as Israelites. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Our people don't want to hear the law. They don't want to know what's right according to the Bible. They don't want to know that. They want to do as thou will and believe in free will. Like the Edomite lady was talking to me on the side. She asked me, what about free will? I said, what about it? I said, what does the Bible say? She didn't have an answer for that because she was living on what about free will. You can't do what you want to do according to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. That's why America's in the condition that it's in. But they want to sit there and promote in God we trust in their courthouses and in their money, but they don't observe any of the laws of the Bible. Free will. Free will. That's what she said to me on the side. What about free will? What about it? Free will is why America is earmarked for destruction, because you got homosexuality that's rampant. You breaking of the dietary law. All these things that's false and that's against the Bible. That's why free will is not an option for you. Either you're going to obey the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, or you're going to die. Plain and simple. But your pastor, your local pastor, they're not going to tell you this truth because he just wants your money. She just wants your money. They are set up. I don't think people realize that the church system was set up by the elites to keep society in a docile position, and it's worked. People are docile. They don't know the truth. People don't want to know the truth. Call it out, brother.
Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit.
That's what it's all about. Prophesy deceit. Don't tell the so-called American Negro that he's from the tribe of Judah. No, don't tell him that. Don't tell the so-called Puerto Rican that he's from the tribe of Ephraim. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him you're not supposed to worship Christmas. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him you're not supposed to celebrate Thanksgiving. Don't tell him that. They want to hear smooth things coming out from the pastors, and that's what they give you. They give you things. They don't tell you what's really happening, what's going on in this earth. And this is why the people are in despair. Because when the Third World Wars happened in America, a lot of people is not going to be prepared for it. Because they're not conditioning you to understand where we are now in the time frame of the Bible. We at the end. America is on its way out, which is a beautiful thing. Our freedom as Israelites is on the horizon. The future kingdom is for Israel. We are close to the end of America, people, and for the new kingdom of rulership to go to the so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Puerto Ricans. That's reason enough to rejoice. And to send up special prayers for the Most High for the downfall of America. We don't shed one tear for America. Not one tear. When we see all the calamities in this earth, we rejoice at it. Because that's what we want to see, because we know our kingdom is next. Call it out, brother.
Micah chapter 3 and verse 1. And I said, hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob.
The heads of Jacob, talking about these so-called leaders amongst our people. Go ahead.
O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know judgment?
So the preachers is supposed to know judgment when you go off. That's their responsibility. Hey, if you're a homosexual and you participate in homosexuality, he's supposed to rebuke you for that. Go ahead.
Is it not for you to know judgment?
Is it not for you to know judgment? Creflo Augustus Dollar Jr., T.D. Jakes, Jamal Bryant, Juanita Bynum, all you so-called leaders amongst our people. Go ahead.
Is it not for you to know judgment?
Is it not for you to know judgment? When people go off, when they go off the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, isn't it your job to tell them the truth? Go ahead.
Is it not for you to know judgment? Who hate the good?
They hate the good. They hate good. This is why America flourished, because they hate good. They don't want to do what's right according to the Bible. Go ahead.
Is it not for you to know judgment, who hate the good and love the evil?
They hate the good, but love the evil. This is what's going on. This is why the church houses are full of sinners and full of our people, because they're teaching them nothing but lies.